That's a microphone.
Really?
So this is us bike riding, which entails pushing our bikes
Down the hill.
up a hill like this because our bikes don't go this way.
Oh, this way you don't just fly there.
Alex is a hobbit on a bike. She's got spokes. Alright, let's get on.
Good morning all. It is, what is it, Tuesday here in Melbourne, the 29th of December, and beautiful contrast in light happening at the moment. We've got the sun shining over there and we've got all these rain clouds coming in over here, so not sure what sort of a day it's going to be today, but on my way to work. Unfortunately, I've got to work this week. Whoa, it was muggy out there today. I recently had a question come through on food and what do I think of eating before riding versus not eating? Look, Johan Museo used to get on his indoor trainer in the morning. He'd do an hour on the indoor trainer and then he would get out off the trainer, have breakfast and then go for a 4 or 5 hour ride. I always get some sort of carbohydrate into me before riding, so I'll have a date or I'll have half a banana, just some sort of sugar to basically let my body know that, you know what, food's on this way, because you've been basically fasting for 8 hours when you wake up in the morning. So, and the other thing I'll do, very important, is scull a litre of water every morning, because you're going to be dehydrated throughout the night, especially if you've got the air conditioning on. So yeah, so I always take a little bit of something. I can't stomach a big meal in the morning before a ride. So yeah, that's always a good little tip. So while I was at work today, Hannah took one of my cameras. She went for a ride with her friend Alex, and this is what they came up with.
And coconut water.
So apparently earlier a truck crashed into a car and then exploded, and I think the driver of the truck was killed, but I heard the explosion. It was about 11:30 and it was a massive explosion. I was in theatre and we heard it, we all heard it, and we wondered what the hell it was. So this is the answer. If you can look just beyond the police car there, you can actually see the truck that exploded through the in the distance there. And about 6 or 7 people were injured, so terrible. Oakley Jawbreakers that you guys have seen in my profile pic, I've had them a little while now, but I remember I hung them up on the fence at work this morning when I was putting my bike away, and I remember thinking as I was hanging them up on the fence, thinking you should really put these in your bag, don't hang them up on the fence because you're going to forget them. Well, sure enough, I came out after locking my bike up, I walked out of the lock-up garage, picked my bag up and I walked off, and I left the glasses hanging on the fence. Came back, they were gone. I've never liked buying sunglasses because they're too easy to lose. In that 30-second time frame, I completely forgot the sunglasses and I left them on the fence and they're now gone. On Facebook last week, I blocked about 6 fake female cyclists because they were trying to sell me fake Oakleys. I'm going to now go and unblock all of them and start shopping for fake Oakleys. I want to show you guys how to do a track stand. You see a lot of people doing stands at lights and stuff when they're waiting for the light to turn green. And so I'll show you guys how to do that. I don't recommend doing it at traffic lights for the first few times. Maybe practice on it in a car park or something first and get good at it. But you certainly don't want to look like this sort of guy, you know, who's all jittery and dangerous, and you want to really try and look like this guy who looks all pro. But it can be dangerous. You can fall in front of cars and shit, and you don't want to crash. And it can be seen as a bit douchey sometimes as well. You don't want to look like a douchebag in group rides and shit like that. But you know, it can be a handy way to not unclip at the lights if you want. You need a bit of an incline on the road, right? And I'll show you why in a second. You need the road sloping slightly, okay? If it's a perfectly flat road, it makes it hard to do the track stand. So you can see that road slopes away for drainage and it slopes away that side. So generally you're coming in Australia in that direction. If you stopped at the traffic lights here, you could do a track stand with your front wheel facing this way. This is what a track stand looks like. Yeah, okay, so this is basically showing off no hands, but you can see I've got my right foot, so the inside foot forward, and my left foot or my outside foot backwards. So I can apply pressure with the right foot and then brake using my left hand there. I can use the brake and I can just roll back and forth, right? So what you need to do is find a little slope. With your right foot, you're putting pressure to move forwards and then you're using the slope to roll back. And so you rock back and forth, pressure on the right foot, slope, using the slope to roll back. Pressure on the right foot, using the slope to roll back. And you can even use the brake. You can see I'm getting a bit cocky here with no hands, but I've been doing this for years. But basically it's not really that hard. So find a nice safe road. You can see this road is sloped off to the left. So I've got my right wheel turned right and I'm sort of putting pressure on the right foot and then the front wheel's going forward and then I'm rolling back, rolling left and right, forward, back, and that act, that motion will allow you to maintain balance. Okay, you can see I'm even using the right brake on the odd occasion and just putting pressure on the front foot to move forward and then using the momentum or the slope of the road.
What?
What do you think of that, Han?
Pretty good.
Thanks for helping me out.
No worries.
Good job,
anytime.
baby.
I'll send you my invoice later.
This is a little secret passage down to our place. So the plot thickens with the Oakley sunglasses. It turns out that as I was editing my video just then, I saw that the glasses were still on the cage, and this was like at 4 p.m. So I rang the hospital and I said, hey, look guys, can you go out and grab the sunglasses? They're still there. Well, security dicked me around for 2 hours. They were so busy. that they couldn't go out there, and it turns out that 2 hours later, it's now 7:30. I just rang up just then. Someone went out to see if the glasses were there, and they were gone. So I think it pisses me off even more knowing that the glasses were there the whole day, and I walked past them as I was going home. So frustrating. As Hannah just said to me, she's sitting here in her undies, so I can't show you. If you don't laugh, you cry. So I'm definitely shopping for fake Oakleys now. Okay, guys. Well, interesting day to say the least. But these things happen. You know, lessons learned. It's all good. And I hope you got something out of that track stand video today. And as I say, don't do it at traffic lights. Learn down a quiet street or in a car park or somewhere, and then you can go out and do it once you've perfected it. But until tomorrow, I will chat to you then, guys. See you then, and thanks for watching.